Greetings, I am Pillar Nexus, the Ancient Gladiator, today with more Pillar Loves tabletop games with RockBand Manager. I decided to pick up this one after realizing, oh hey, it's the same designer behind Seven Wonders. So, hey. In this game, you will be trying to have the most points at the end. Points are referred to as decibels. First step in that process is building your band. Starting with the first player, the esoteric first player rule for this one is the person with the biggest CD collection. Since I still have CDs, that might very well be me. I'm playing. You'll start by recruiting your a member. So let's say we start with this person, and then all your opponents, starting the player to your left, make a bid. The most someone can bid is $9,000, because everyone has cash envelopes from 1,000 to 9,000. If you bid and you don't have that exact envelope, but you have a higher one, then you'll have to use the higher one if you win the bid. So let's say they bid 6, they bid 7, they bid 9,000. So either I have to match that bid, the bidding player sat there has to match the bid, and the envelope goes away, or they have to let the other player have it instead. Spend your cash envelopes wisely. Try to get rid of the lower ones, because the bigger ones are worth more points at the end. And they're also useful during the game for duels, which I'll explain later. So either way, the winner has a new member, and we replace, and then the first player goes to the left, and then they start. Once you have a specific type of rock band member, like vocalist, you cannot have a second one. Your band must be a unique configuration of vocalist, guitarist, drummer, bassist, and a keyboard player. Eventually, everyone will have all 5 rock band members. It's also possible during a bid that nobody wants to buy the member. So if no one else bids, then either you can take them for the lowest that you've got, or you can throw away your lowest and dismiss them to the bottom and draw a new one. You're limited to 3 dismissals, and you don't want to dismiss too many because you want to have some envelopes aside for the duels. But anyway, eventually everyone will have their 5 members. Just for keeping it simple, let's just focus on one player right now. The player that assembled their band first gets 5 decibel bonus at the end, but then they're ineligible for the other 2 bonuses. The bonus for highest combined characteristic values. So you'll see on the right is a number from 3 to 10, and you'll add this for each member, and that's how you'll figure it out. So yeah, highest combined characteristic value gets a 3 bonus. Lowest gets a 7. If there's a tie for these 2, nobody gets them. Anyway. Then we'll proceed to the next phase, career debut. And this is where we actually play. So this is how they're dealt out. One column at a time. Top row, bottom row. So we have from first dealt to last 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. In order to take a card, okay, this round starts with the player to the left of the last player to complete their band. So you'll do is starting with that first player going around, take your guitar and put it on a card. So in order to actually claim the card, you're going to need to have the character to do it. The red is their charisma. That's how you get concert cards. Let's get these down. Blue is talent. Gets concert, or not concert, records, albums. And then yellow is opportunism. It gets special opportunities. The higher the number, the further up you can go to try to claim one. Like, I can't use him to get this one because it's at a 2 instead of 1. Okay. So you'll set your guitar, you'll decide which member you're using. Each other player will do so. As long as everybody occupies their own thing, there's no problem. But as soon as there's 2 wanting the same thing, there'll be a duel. You'll probably, let's see. If you didn't do any dismissals, you should have like 4 envelopes left. You'll either secretly take one, or make it look like you're secretly taking one. Of course, that means you'll lose instantly. If you actually put up an envelope, it'll reveal the value, and then the player with the higher value gets to claim it, and the other player has to reassign to a card they can reassign to. If they can't, then they're screwed. They don't get anything. But we're going to lose that one. And then players will take their cards. And then move those down, and then refill. And then the member you used is no longer available for this phase. The phase ends when everyone's used all 5 of the rock stars. And then there will be points as follows. These don't really come into effect until the end of the game, but concert cards are just straight up points. This is what we need to check though, is albums. You'll add up the values of all the albums you currently have, and then the player with the most gets a 16 bonus, second most 12, third most 8. If there's a tie, then both players will get that award. I figure the best way to keep track is since those envelopes are out of the game anyway, just use colored envelopes and just like set it aside to say, hey, these 2 players are going to have this. Then the next award down is ignored, if any. Yeah. Whatever remaining cards were left are now out. Players will refresh their rock stars, and we'll have the career apex, which will be the same thing. Opportunities are a little more powerful. Concerts are worth a bit more points. Albums are going to be worth more towards getting the bonus at the end. The bonuses at the end are going to be a lot higher. 32 for the most, 24 for second most, 16 for third most. And your albums from the previous stage, or previous phase, will count. So it's good to get into the album game early. And then points at the end, all your concert cards, all your bonuses, any opportunities you have. And then if there's a tie, then the total, oh yeah, and any of the group bonuses. There's a tie at the end. The lowest combined characteristic value of your band. Because, you know, underdog story. You know, if there's still a tie, then they share the victory. But yeah, that's pretty much the game. Why do I like this game? It's just the whole theme of, you know, having a rock band and albums and concerts and fame and all that. It's just fun. The art style's alright. Gameplay's okay. Oh yeah, there's a thing I missed out on, is with the duels. If let's say there's a tie for cash envelopes, it's going to go off the character that you have there, the higher characteristic. So if you have like these two were fighting against each other over this, and you bid the same, the 3 is going to beat out the 1. And if there's still a tie for the duel, then the player closest to the first player in the turn order wins a duel. Yeah, it's an interesting game, and you know, plastic guitars are fun. Between this and Starlight Stage, at least I can go to 6 players. At least with this, there's also, you know, there's men and women, so instead of just you know, cute girls for Starlight Stage, which can turn some people off. I've seen some people react like, what the hell's going on here? Yeah. If this game seems like an interesting thing to you, check it out. I found a copy on eBay, thankfully. Wasn't too much. And yeah, I'm not going to say this is the last Pillar Loves tabletop games, because I just keep finding myself coming back to it. It's just fun to relive the nostalgia of, I had this game when I came back to Colorado. So there's that. There's those memories. Yeah, if you think it's cool, check it out. Thanks very much for watching. It's been Pillar Nexus. See you next time.